Welcome, everyone, to the Crazy Kryptonaut channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this evening. And so, howdy, Crazy Chester. I like the name. It sounds familiar. Definitely like the name. David, thank you so much for tuning in as always. I hope you've got the apple ready. And, oh, man, I hope that the spaghetti is turning out well. Howdy, Kukla. I'm sorry to hear about the rainy day in Chicago. I thought you were supposed to be the windy city, right? It's supposed to be windy, not rainy also. Thank you so much for tuning in and helping out, Kukla, as always. And Grumpy, thank you so much for tuning in. And I am so sorry to hear about your friend, your brother, in terms of the horrible news that you had shared inside of the Discord, Grumpy. Thoughts and prayers are going out to you. I hope that there are lots of positive memories and things to really hold on to. Him being a Vietnam veteran, another hero has been lost, and so thank you for tuning in. And I am so sorry to hear about that one, Grumpy. I had seen that in the Discord earlier, and I had just not gotten a chance to really sit down and put together a full response. And so wanted to make certain you know that you are in the thoughts and prayers, Grumpy, because that it cannot be easy. Jeremy, good evening. Thank you so much for making it tonight, Jeremy. And I did, guys. So I came into this one pretty unprepared because I finished recording the video that I'm hoping to release this evening about 1 minute and 30 seconds before our live stream began. I had encountered some different issues as I was going through it. And so as I was trying to get the recording finished up, it started to really run against the clock. And so, Jeremy, I do have a large MP4 file currently being downloaded that I might need a little hand with on the intro and the outro if you do get a chance, man. Crazy Chester says, finally caught up on all the previous videos. Glad to be here live. I'm glad that you have caught up, Chester. I'm going to make certain and keep the videos coming out so that there are always lots of lessons to be catching up on. And so I am very, very grateful that you have made it live today. And I hope that the content's been helping. I hope it's been helping. Oh, howdy, Trish. Glad you could make it as well. And Karen and Overcoming Victory, Abundant 8, Nancy. Thank you guys so much for making it today. Oh, I got my apple. There we go. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. A+. George says, good afternoon. Thanks for the HBAR and XDC videos. You are quite welcome, George. I know that those were fairly niche, but I hope that they are providing a lot of assistance to those who were sitting there with their Hedera on an exchange like Lobster or Coinbase, or with their XDC on an exchange like Lobster, and just not certain how to get them over to Ledger. Because once I saw the process, I completely understood why folks were having issues. That's a ridiculous system that they've put together there. And so I hope those videos end up helping a lot of folks out. Richard Gregory says the astrology people are saying that crypto will do something around April 6th. What say you? I don't put too much faith in the astrology folks, but I would say we are at a particularly crazy time in cryptocurrency, with the Bitcoin halving expected somewhere in mid-April. And so maybe the astrology folks have been looking at the stars, and the stars are all saying that something's going to happen the 6th. I personally would look a little bit further out on there being a lot of action, but we are in an extremely volatile time period. I would say that, these couple of months before the halving and the couple of months following the halving, it is absolutely it is going to be very, very difficult to make any specific assumptions. It's going to be very difficult, and that is just going to be on account of the fact that we have got so many dollars coming in. We've got so many dollars expecting to be able to take a big win off of the Bitcoin halving. So there's folks that are planning on selling for a profit at some point in the near future. And we just have where the market kind of got ahead of itself, and the market started trying to price in the Bitcoin halving before the Bitcoin halving actually occurred. And so on account of all these things, the ETF inflows that we're seeing from Grayscale and outflows that we're seeing also from them, the Black Rocks and all of these other financial institutions of the world, they are going to be able to create a lot of volatility. And they're going to be profiting off of this volatility. And so I'm not going to make any specific claims when it comes down to these next months. All I know is that it's going to be volatile. It's going to be extremely volatile. And we have a cycle to follow. We have been through this before. This is not new. We have seen the ups and downs. We have historical data to look towards. And so I'm going to focus on looking towards the historical data and also making the very general assumption that corporations and governments are going to plan on throwing in some road bumps along the way. And so we can't go and place all of our bets on the cycle being specifically correct. What we can go through and look at and say is that none of these things have actually broken cycle before. So we know they're going to generally follow it. At least when I say we know, we are making an assumption based off of history. But so we can go through and we can look at it from that fashion. Or we can kind of fall victim to the hype of the up and down. And so I'm going to try to avoid doing the hype of the up and down. Oh, of course. Kukla, thank you so much for adding this in. Anything and everything that is shared during the stream should never be construed as financial advice. I am a guy on the internet. My name is Crazy Kryptonaut. My name is not saying invest in the tokens I talk about, Kryptonaut. So please do go out there, seek out financial advice from a certified financial provider if you need it, and do your own research before making any decisions with your hard-earned dollars. Last thing I want anyone to do is see something that I talk about on the channel and then choose to make a risky financial decision based off of that. That is not what the channel is for, guys. I am here to try and help people through the process of learning how to make their own decisions when it comes to crypto. I don't want to have any part of it. I want to give you the tools, give you the knowledge so that you can make those decisions. And that not only is going to be much better for your anxiety in regards to the crypto markets, because you'll know that you're making a decision for a logical reason, but it also will allow me to speak more freely about the tokens and about the opportunities that I think are interesting or that people should be looking into, because it's not only myself going through it, it's the whole community going through and seeing if these are good ideas. And that group thinking very often results in poor decisions, but group thinking or group research results in extremely good decisions, because we're able to go out there and we're able to see everyone else's experience, take that into consideration, and not make the same mistakes ourselves. And so I don't want everyone to participate in group thinking, which would just be doing the whatever or purchasing whatever token I talk about. Don't do that. Go out there and research as a group these different projects, and then we'll be able to all make better decisions. And so Nancy asks, all your prior content would be on this channel, right? It is, Nancy. Everything is on there. I have never taken a video down. At some point, I may make shorter formed videos of some of the live streams just to make things easier. If I ever do that, some videos may get swapped out. But for right now, everything that I've ever put out on the channel is still up there on YouTube. And the vast majority of it is up on Rumble ever since I got it figured out and working. Crazy Chester, very much have my ledger in hand and ready to rock and roll. That's awesome. I hope your ledger is all set up and secure. Oh, good afternoon, Roxanne. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful start to the weekend. And Nancy, as in crypto taking off, Right now, we're looking at kind of split messaging coming out in terms of the news. We are seeing, of course, Bitcoin is having a hard time with 70K. Nothing has changed in regards to that one since we talked on Friday. We are still looking at the same barrier, the same resistance point is sitting right there at 70K. We see that the average retail investor and the ETFs are not willing to let any opportunities to buy Bitcoin under somewhere around 67,000 go to waste. And so we see that there is a great deal of resistance on the bottom. There's a lot of people that want to buy it if Bitcoin goes too far below 70K. And there also seems to be a lot of people that want to sell every time it hits right at 70K. And so we're trading sideways. We've been trading sideways now for a little while. This is really usually a time where we see a lot of other tokens kind of get their second wind. And so I am still looking at the market in that fashion. As long as Bitcoin continues to trade sideways, I'm going to be looking at altcoins to be the people that are getting the largest gains during this time period. At the moment, it has been fairly hit or miss in regards to that one. There is still a lot of money is getting absorbed by the meme token market. Meme tokens are really the only ones killing it at the moment. That is also another pretty normal cycle. Whenever we see a bull run, we see a meme coin run. Right now, we're in meme coin run time. Pretty much any random little token that gets thrown up is just killing it. To give an example, Dog with Hat, the project that we had actually covered during one of our last streams, continues to absolutely tear things up. Dog with Hat is at 56.7% up in a week. It is sitting at a $4.2 billion market cap. And we can see that in a matter of 4 months, it has seen an appreciation of 273,461.9%. That's absolutely ridiculous. But that is where we're seeing the vast majority of money flowing at the moment. We're seeing it flow into meme coins. I don't expect this to continue, but for so long. But while it does kind of, it definitely provides a lot of FOMO for those that are not currently participating in the meme coin market. And we've seen that same kind of success occurring with Dogecoin as well at a 13.4% up over 7 days. Shiba does appear to be struggling a little bit in comparison to the other meme coins at the moment. That is, honestly, Shiba has already kind of seen a lot of price appreciation over the beginning of our bull trend. And so I wouldn't really count Shiba out. I would just say that when you are Shiba Inu and you've reached a market capitalization of $17 billion, it becomes very difficult to move the price. When you are that large, it takes a lot of money to make the Shiba price go up. And it doesn't take a lot of sales of Shiba to make the Shiba price go down. And the reason is because Shiba is tied to Ethereum. And so Ethereum's price is having a large effect on Shiba's price. Dogecoin, on the other hand, is a layer 1 blockchain. Dogecoin is far more worried about the price of Bitcoin than it is the price of anything else. And so Dogecoin continues to be happy. The dog with the hat continues to be extremely happy. And Shiba Inu appears to be a little bit sickly and might need to go visit the veterinarian. All right, though, jumping back over to chat. Vicky Lucas says, "Hi, Zester. I received my Ledger wallet. However, my phone and CPU will not support it. Is it okay to set up my wallet on my neighbor's computer?" Vicky, that would not be optimal. I would definitely say if you could jump in to the Discord and open up a ticket to give a little bit more information on that one, Vicky, I might be able to help out more, because there are very, very limited computers that Ledger would not work on. And so if you do have a laptop maybe that doesn't have a USB cord, There are other solutions for that one. There are different cords and adapters that have been created. I would avoid setting it up on someone else's computer, Vicky, because if you ever needed to gain access to it, you would then be at the essentially at the mercy of your neighbor. Now, one thing I can say is that if you wrote down your code and everything else and you took it with you, just because you set it up on someone's computer, it didn't give them any access to the crypto on your hardware wallet. And so in that regard, Vicky, it's not like they could take your money. You don't have to worry about that. What I would just be worried about is you having immediate access when you need it. And so I would try to actually jump in and to the Discord and see if we can't find a way to make your computer work with your Ledger hardware wallet, Vicky. All right, though. Oh, howdy, Petrichor. Thank you so much for joining. And David Lewis, how's our new crypto coin coming? Actually, we could definitely release a video on that creation and release this week, David. I have been pretty covered up with different work and different contracts on the crypto side in terms of my day-to-day. And so I actually have a few different options. I might even go in and dust off. I made a joke token for Pops many years ago, and so maybe I'll even go dust that one off. But I'm thinking that Valentino needs a cryptocurrency. And so I think that's the one that I'm going to go for. And it will be inside of a video, though, David. So I will actually release a video showing me creating a cryptocurrency just so everyone can have an understanding of what it really looks like. I think it's kind of something where no one's gotten to look behind the mirror. We've got a Wizard of Oz situation occurring where everyone knows that someone is behind the curtain and they're doing something, but they don't know what they're doing. And so I want to release the token just so everyone sees what is actually happening, what is required. And I think many people are going to be amazed at how simple it is, and probably also a little flabbergasted at how the process works. And so we have got one, David. As a matter of fact, we already have the contract made. And so all I need to do is record a video showing me releasing the contract. All right. George, could you also do a video on Iota, where to get it and then put it on Ledger? It's an ISO. All right. And so 20, I never figured out how they expect us to say that one. And so, yes, it's one of the ISO coin/tokens built with that protocol and on Iota. I can definitely write that one down, George, and we can discuss Iota. I have held Iota in the past. I don't think I hold any more Iota, which that's kind of a bad sign. I have so many different cryptos. I don't even know sometimes if I do still hold them. I know that I did hold a lot of Iota. And so I will go check that one out, George, and work on getting something together for it. It's a pretty big project. Yeah, Grumpy. The Bitcoin prediction article is an indicator that things may go big soon. Hey, we've got a lot of indicators out there. Abundant 8, with a Ledger hardware wallet, can you use it with a smartphone and on a computer? I am noticing a difference between connecting from a PC and iPhone. So Abundant 8, if you have the Ledger X, it is Bluetooth enabled. It can be connected to your computer or to your phone. If you have the Ledger Nano S or Nano S Plus, you have got to plug it in via USB. It does not have Bluetooth capabilities. It doesn't have a battery. And so there's no power. If it's not plugged into an electronic device, it don't work. With the X, it does have an independent battery and it does have Bluetooth enabled capabilities. And so you could utilize it on both your smartphone and on your computer at the same time. Oh, Kukla, how is our sweet Tino? He is being a bum right next to me. Let's wake him up real quick. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Is that not a grumpy face? That is a grumpy, grumpy face. I am sorry, buddy. You need to wake up. You've been napping all day. And so, no, he is doing very well, being his normal self. No cares in the world. All right, get back to the nap, buddy. Get back to the nap. No, he is doing very well, Kukla. He is enjoying being my muse for the photos, for the thumbnails. I think it may be a regular occurrence that by being a subscriber to the Crazy Kryptonite channel, you get a regular cute kitty photo every couple of days throughout the week. All right. Oh, Annie Miller. Well, welcome from New Zealand. How are things down there? And, being in the southern hemisphere and over there, I don't even know a lot of times. I work with some folks from the Australia region, and so I don't know how similar weather and things of that nature really are between Australia and New Zealand. So if you wouldn't mind chiming in with that, Annie, I can learn a little bit. All right. Robin Parker says, I own Shiba and Doge. Would it be a hood move to sell Shiba and buy more Doge? Thanks, Sester. Robin, I can't really give you any advice on that one. When it comes down to the ebb and flow between Shiba and Doge, what I would say is that the vast majority of people that hold Shiba also own Doge. The people that own Doge also own Shiba. And so it is very often an intermingled community. And so that makes it very difficult for you to really make a decision. When it comes down to it, it's the same investors, it's the same mindset, it's really the same token, it's the same idea. The only difference is that Dogecoin is inflationary. Shiba is not. Shiba is technically deflationary over time. Doge will always be inflationary. There's always going to be more Doge tomorrow than there were today. Every hour, there are more Doge. And in a matter of 20 minutes from right now, there will be more Doge that exist in the world. And so I wish I could give you the exact right one, but the exact right advice on that one, Robin. But in all honesty, I would view that as a coin toss. I think you're kind of gambling in either direction you go on it. Right now, Shiba is down. If I were sitting in that position, Robin, and this is just be entirely from me, of course not financial advice, I'd probably hold my Shiba. I would not probably sell my Shiba to go over to Doge right now. George, Coinbase doesn't seem to allow you to buy meme coins from Solana or Base Network. They do not, George. They do not. And so, actually, the video that will be coming out tomorrow will be on buying a Solana meme coin. And so I am going to show people how to do it. I'm not going to suggest that anyone does it, but I am going to show you how. So that's kind of the same situation where I can go out and I can teach people how to do things. It doesn't mean we should do them. But we will give everyone that knowledge. So if you do want to go gamble, which I do view meme coins as gambling. I do not view that as investing. I view meme coins as gambling. And that's just my mindset on it. And that's how I've always looked at it. I hold meme coins. But I go ahead and I place in my brain, I put them into the category of gamble. And that way I don't view them in the same way that I view my long-term investments. I view my gambles as something that the second I'm making money, I start selling. The second I'm in the green, I start taking it. And so I will show people how to do that one, George. Actually, the video will be coming out tomorrow on how to buy a Solana meme coin. The video that will be coming out this evening, guys, is actually going to be on how to earn passive income with your cryptocurrency on Coinbase. And so I am trying to have that video come out at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so, assuming everything goes well in terms of getting it out there, and when I go back through and I watch the video, I didn't make any egregious errors throughout it. That video will be releasing at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. It will first premiere on YouTube, and it will then be added to Rumble just after that. And so For those that are interested in learning about passive income with your cryptocurrency, that video is tonight. The video actually tomorrow will be buying a Solana meme coin. We will go out there and we will just pick one, and we'll risk it for the biscuit, and we'll see if we get to become overnight millionaires. I doubt it. I honestly, I think that anything I do throw into a meme coin in the video tomorrow, I will probably just plan on using any winnings that may occur as a giveaway. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm not certain. If I do put $100 into some token and become a millionaire, then we'll see. But in all honesty, I expect to go over and show everyone how to purchase a Solana meme coin and lose every dollar that I show everyone how to do it with. That is my expectation. I believe that it will probably go to nothing, but we're going to find out. And you never know. You never know. If anything, we'll all learn a bit about what's going on over there on Solana. There have been millions and millions of dollars made. It's worth at least checking it out and figuring out what's happening. What are they doing? Aha, welcome, Bear. Welcome, Bear. Hope you are having a wonderful afternoon yourself. Oh, Grumpy, sounds interesting for sure. It'll be interesting if anything, and it'll give us something fun as a community to keep up with. We'll check up on our meme token a few times a week and see if we're doing well. If we are, we'll go ahead and take some money and get out of there. But we will go through and show everyone how that works tomorrow, specifically on Solana. Because we do have, I did go through and show people how to purchase a small cap or meme coin on the Ethereum blockchain through Uniswap. And so I did show everyone how to do that during one of the previous live streams, but it is very different over on Solana. Robin Parker, Zester, now you need to sing Soft Kitty to a song. Grumpy, Zester, you sure Tino is not my cat? Grumpy looks like me all day. That's too funny, Grumpy. I did. When I woke him up for that one, he is not a happy boy. Not a happy boy. All right. Does it matter? Nancy STL asked, does it matter where you buy Ledger hardware wallets? I know you talked about that before. I would want the one for computers for security reasons. The most important thing, Nancy, is to just make certain that you buy it from ledger.com. And so if you actually check out my link tree, which should be in the chat, and also on the rest of my different socials, you will have a link to the proper website for Ledger. That is the only thing that's important. The difference between having the X and having the Nano S Plus is, do you want to be able to use your phone or do you not? I personally do not use the X. I use the S Plus. I only work with crypto on the computer. I have wallets on my phone. They're not serious. I don't do anything serious with my phone. That's just me. I feel far more secure and that things are safer when I'm doing everything plugged in with the USB cable into my computer. It keeps me more focused on what I'm accomplishing. I accomplished the task. I close my wallet. The vault is resecured. And so that's just how I choose to do it. Overcoming victory. Yay, definitely interested in today's video. I think it's going to be a good one for folks. I can go ahead and give everyone a bit of a heads up, an insight into what they're going to see during it. And so what we did actually go through is I went through and I showed everyone how to stake essentially every crypto that is available on the Coinbase exchange. And so during the video, you will see me establish my USDC as 100% earning, my Matic 100% staked, my Polkadot 100%. I staked everything they had. So that way everyone could go through, watch the video, and know how to stake the options that are available on Coinbase. And it was extremely easy. Extremely easy. What I would say is the one thing I learned throughout it is that the percentages that we are being paid on Coinbase are not as high as they should be on other platforms. The reason they're not as high is because Coinbase is handling it all for you. This is the easiest way to stake. If you wanted to, quote unquote, stake crypto, earn a passive income, I don't think there's any platform easier than Coinbase. But you are not going to be earning as much because Coinbase is taking the responsibility out of your hands. And so that video is going to be the one that is releasing tonight. It will be showing people how to go through and do this. How do we stake? How do we get 9.27% per year on our Polkadot? How do we get it? The video shows you how. How do we get our 5.71% on our Cosmos Atom? The video shows you how. The one thing I would say from recording the video to give everyone another little learning opportunity, this system that Coinbase has, the USDC system, where they offer 5.1% APY on your USDC, is an extremely good deal. Of course, not financial advice, but they're not actually even staking your crypto. They are just paying you that. It is just a reward program. They're not even taking it. You don't have any lockup. You can take your USDC, do whatever you want with it. And remember, USDC is just equivalent to $1. It's a US dollar. So you can transfer your money to Coinbase for free from your bank account. You can swap your dollar to USDC, which, because it's $1 to stablecoin swap, is essentially a free transfer. And then you will start to earn 5.1% yearly on your dollars. And you can just take them back whenever you want. That's an amazingly good deal when you consider that your money is still completely liquid. You still have complete access to it. There is no delay, no lockup period, no staking period. And even if you withdraw it off of the exchange, you still get paid for every day of the month that the USDC was there. And so this is one where that was really the biggest takeaway from the video. That is an amazing deal. And I show you how to do it during the video. And so absolutely check that one out. I think this will probably be the most popular video that the channel has ever put out, because we're talking about passive income. And we're actually starting to show people some things that are a little bit more advanced in terms of the space. I think everyone is going to enjoy it. I also think that everyone is going to be very surprised about how easy it is. It is extremely easy. So, Nancy STL, I do cover this one actually in the video, but yes, any interest that you accrue from staking a cryptocurrency should be viewed as income, taxable income. Now, the process of staking is not a taxable event. So when you chose to stake your Cosmos, you don't owe anything because you staked it. When you collect your interest return, that is where you're going to want to plan on paying Big Brother. He always gets his cut. He always gets his cut. And so when it does come to the staking rewards that you earn, plan on reporting those. But it is not a taxable event to stake. It is taxable when you actually start to make money doing it. So we are, though, guys. So now that we have given a little bit of a heads up on what the video will be about this evening, we're actually going to jump quickly into the news. Not a lot of craziness coming out, but there were a few fun stories, and a few sagas that we've been covering on the channel have some continuations going on. And I really enjoy this first article that I've got, guys. This first article that I have got up here, I thought was too funny. And so Polymarket is a cryptocurrency gambling site. And so they have decided to start gambling on who Trump is going to pick for his vice president. And so for anyone that is curious, right now, who will Trump pick for Veep? Polymarket gives Tim Scott the best odds. This is according to prediction markets. Plus, free money Democrat win contract trades at 90 cents. Sometime in the next few weeks, the Republicans and Democrats will announce their respective presidential candidates. And as they gear up for the November election. And so on crypto-based prediction platform Polymarket, there's currently $13.7 million pledged towards figuring out who the Republican vice presidential candidate might be. But the market is far from forming a consensus. Currently, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is leading the pack with 23%. But contracts for other man and other woman have a collective 25%. Other high-profile Republicans aren't even cracking the double digits. Marco Rubio is at 4%, while Vivek Ramaswamy, which holds more name recognition with a Discord crowd than the general electorate, is only at 3%, but still with $1.1 million bet on him specifically. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., best known for his staunch anti-vax views, of course they had to throw that in, is currently sitting at 2%. And so this one was something that I just could not resist sharing with the community. I thought that was too much fun, seeing the predictive markets in cryptocurrency placing their bets. Honestly, I would not have bet on Tim Scott. And so I am very curious. If they end up being right, I'm going to have to start giving this predictive market a little bit more credit. And continuing on, remember talking about SBF. SBF has spoken out, saying he never thought that anything he was doing was illegal. And so, of course, when it comes down to it, from everything else we've talked about in regards to the story on him, we know that there was a whole lot more going on than just him being confused about how the laws work. There were drugs, there was promiscuity, there were backroom deals, they were paying politicians to gain more power in Washington. They were paying Bill Clinton to show up and give speeches at their events. They were doing far more than just being the innocent little goody two shoes that he would like everyone to believe him as. But that is what he claims. And so that article will be available for anyone that wants a little bit of a laugh. Enjoy him crying over his misfortune and the hole he has dug for himself. Robin Parker, Robin Parker says she's thinking Tim Scott will be VP. That's an interesting one, Robin. I had him on the list in terms of people I thought might be it, but never would I have expected him to be the market favorite. I mean, we're talking about millions of dollars. People have bet millions of dollars Tim Scott is going to be the VP. I would not have bet that, but hey, that's interesting to hear. I'm curious how many others were kind of leaning in the same direction. All right, continuing forward though, guys, we're going to go ahead and get through our news because I do want to get that video out and ready for everyone quickly. So we're not going to dilly-dally too much. 12 future Bitcoin scenarios from bullish to bearish. We have got predictions from a variety of the different talking heads. I am not going to dive into this article while we are live. What I am going to do is have it inside of the links so that people can go through and see some of these different opinions. And so, Corey Clipston, CEO of Swan, saying Bitcoin to buy a cup of coffee, imagines that in 10 years, Bitcoin can finally truly be used in a mainstream way to pay for things like coffee and beer and donuts. Saying that by 2035, you'll be able to buy most goods and services around the world in sats. Remember, guys, sats is Satoshis. Satoshis are the smallest form of a Bitcoin, the absolute smallest little fraction of one. And so he is saying that at 2035, you're going to be spending a few minuscule little Satoshis in order to get that cup of coffee. I guess if you're going to Starbucks, you're still probably going to be paying far more than just a few little Satoshis for their extremely expensive coffee. But those type of stories coming out a bunch of different financial gurus, talking heads, influencers, and the like. I really wanted to include that article for everyone just to go through and kind of see what some of the people who do know a lot about the industry are thinking about the future. And so that one is up there. Another one that we're going to go through real quick, Tether. Remember, guys, Tether is the stable coin. And so right here, Tether with $104 billion market cap. Tether is just $1. At least they always try to remain worth just $1. And they are the largest stable coin on the planet. And they have been purchasing Bitcoin in massive, massive degrees throughout the years as another way of backing up their stablecoin operations. And so the stablecoin issuers BTC stack now tops 75,000 Bitcoins, worth about $5 billion. And so even the company that literally specializes in utilizing the US dollar in the cryptocurrency markets is stockpiling Bitcoin. Even the company that makes all of their money by saying you should trust fiat over crypto is still stacking one of the largest hauls of Bitcoin of any company on the planet. I don't think that there are more than a handful of companies that actually hold more Bitcoin than Tether. MicroStrategies with Michael Saylor would be one of them. And I believe Riot or another one of the mining companies may have more than that. But that puts Tether as one of the largest holders of Bitcoin on the planet. And their business is you giving them one of your dollars out of your pocket and them giving you one token worth $1. So I thought that was intriguing because in all honesty, it seems to be more and more of an indication that Tether and a lot of the other companies are planning on in the long term backing up their stable coins with cryptocurrencies, not with fiat dollars. And so we have seen this trend kind of extending throughout the space where the vast majority now of stablecoin providers are actually having a 100% backing in dollars in a bank account and then adding on gold, silver, stocks, Bitcoin, Ethereum, other cryptocurrencies in order to actually back up their currency beyond just the one fiat dollar. And so this one's intriguing because that it's counter to their business model. You would think what Tether would be doing was be trying to achieve more dollars in a bank account so they could issue more of their Tether. They are more interested in stacking Bitcoin because they believe that is going to be the way that actually leads them to a larger market cap in the future. All right, Bitcoin becomes more volatile than Ether as halving approaches. Bitcoin's annualized 30-day historical or realized volatility rose to nearly 60% late last week, surpassing Ether's 30-day realized volatility by nearly 10 percentage points. And so this goes back to directly what I was talking about earlier in our stream today. We have got so many things affecting Bitcoin's price right now. The Bitcoin halving occurring, the fact that the market's priced in a good portion of the halving before the halving occurred. All of these, including the massive amounts of outflows from ETFs caused by Grayscale, are resulting in an extreme degree of volatility for Bitcoin. I don't view that as in any way a negative thing right now. It's like getting mad when it rains and you get wet. It's normal. Or getting angry that the sun rises each day and the moon rises each evening. These are things that just happen. Getting angry that when you drop a ball, it falls to the ground. Gravity is a rule. This one to me is the same idea. Bitcoin becoming volatile right now is just completely logical. It has everything to do with other market factors. It has nothing to do with some kind of craziness that is in any way negative for crypto markets on the whole. But it does show us that right now we are viewing a market that is going to be prone to massive drops, massive rises. So, buckle up, guys. As you view your cryptocurrency holdings each day, I would expect to either see a lot of green or a lot of red. The days where you just see gray or you see essentially a sideways trading pattern for all of your holdings, I think those are going to be far and far between, excuse me, as we look towards the halving day getting closer and closer. And so for those that are curious on that one, remember, we have got our clock Our clock has actually moved back, so it says, and I believe that our clock is actually inaccurate. I actually think that we are going to be ahead of schedule on this one, but I in no way would bet any money on that one. It's just a feeling that I have is that it will be ahead of schedule. And so until we see months after the Bitcoin halving, expect volatility to remain insane. Expect money to flow into crypto at insane rates. Expect money to flow out of crypto at insane rates. It has been the same way every time, guys. You know, when it comes down to it, this will be my third halving that I have been entirely inside of the cryptocurrency industry. This will be my third halving. 2016, 2020, 2024. And so everything is occurring as it should be. The only difference this happening is that we seem to be getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, and we are starting to put the cart in front of the horse when it comes to the price appreciations. But those things are going to rectify themselves. That's how markets work. When a market is overvalued, the market participants will fix it. And it doesn't mean that it'll be a lot of fun, though, when they do, for the folks that maybe purchased a little above, but it is normalcy. It is complete normalcy. So would not get worried at all. Lisa, howdy. Thank you so much for joining. Says, pleasant surprise to catch Zester live. Hello, everyone. Now, thank you so much for joining, Lisa, and I'm glad that you were able to make it live today. All right, let's go back over here and wrap up our last couple of articles. So this is one, guys, that I am actually interested in keeping up with the project on. And so probably the most interesting project I've heard about in a long time. And it just popped up on my radar today. It has not released yet. It's not an available crypto, but listen to this. Solana Labs co-founder introduces Bunker Coin white paper. And so this new blockchain is developed by co-founder of Solana Labs, Anatoly Yakovenko. I hope I got that right. Named Bunker Coin. And it is designed to be compatible with shortwave radio. It is designed to utilize a recursive zero-proof hash function and a verifiable delay function that allows miners to identify a golden ticket essential for block validation and transaction integrity. But the most important thing here, designed for environments with limited bandwidth, including compatibility with shortwave radio. This company is claiming that they could create a cryptocurrency that would outlast nuclear fallout. A shortwave radio capable of handling transactions between different miners and verifiers. This project is probably the most interesting thing I have ever seen. They're literally planning on trying to create a cryptocurrency for the zombie apocalypse. And so I saw that one and went, well, I got to at least talk about it with everybody because I was interested to hear what y'all would think about it. What would y'all think of, well, first of all, named Bunker Coin, and it operates off of shortwave radio. So Bunker Coin addresses the challenge of data transmission over shortwave radio by optimizing for a 300 byte. All right, a lot of extra, a lot of tech terms. We don't need that one. This is achieved through erasure-coded frames to ensure data transmission reliability and network robustness in a low bandwidth conditions. And so it is specifically designed to operate when nothing else can operate. It is designed to operate when the internet is down, designed to operate when the SWIFT system is down, when any future financial system is down, when you're more worried about cleaning water and making certain you have food and antibiotics stockpiled in the house, this cryptocurrency would still work. And so I just wanted to throw that one out for everyone. It is not intended to release anytime soon. And so I believe that they had mentioned at some point in the article, BitMEX cautions against dismissing. All right. Where did Maybe I found it on a different platform, but it is not out yet, guys. But we will be keeping up with that one because I am just, if anything, I often just get interested in the technology. You know, when it comes down to it, do I think that project is probably going to be the thing that does everything for me? No, probably not. But I'm going to keep up with it because that is interesting technology. That is extremely intriguing. I would love to see how they make it work. I will definitely be keeping up with it, and I'll be keeping y'all abreast of anything that I do learn about the project, just because that is so intriguing. That's an opportunity to learn a lot about different functions, different functionalities of blockchains. And it does, guys. Mile High Trish says it would be great in the prepper world. Absolutely. Donna says it looks like a prepper's coin. And George, yeah, you'll have to show us how to buy. When it releases, I definitely will, George, because I'll be getting a little bit just to speculate. I won't get a lot, but I will definitely make certain that everyone knows about that project just because it's so interesting. How are they doing that over shortwave radio? I don't know, but I may be setting up my ham radio and becoming a miner if it does work. So I might just be doing that. But the idea of having a decentralized ledger that is being transmitted through radio waves is extremely intriguing. I can't wait to learn more. Right now, there is not anything more to go through besides the white paper, and so that white paper, I will provide the link to the white paper inside of the links for the day. But keep in mind, it is very much a technical document. Very much a technical document. All right. For our last one, we were going to talk about the video that will be coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will be seeing how to purchase a Solana meme coin. And so I have got an article here, Traders Bet Big on Meme Coins as Rally Continues. And it includes a few different little things of real craziness. And so look on Chain Analyst paid attention to a trader who traded 89 meme coins since March 21st. Only 26 of them were profitable with a winning percentage of less than 30%. However, the trader got lucky, making $690,000 on Anime with only $7,000 as his initial investment. So I will be including this article, including the Look on Chain's Twitter posts about these in the links so that people can go through there and see some of the craziness, because tomorrow we will be going and actually buying a Solana meme coin ourselves. And so I wanted those articles to be there for anyone that did want to check it out. But so at this point, guys, thank you so much for joining Kukla. I think you are right. I think it's time. I need to get that video done because remember, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that passive income video and staking on Coinbase Earn will be releasing. Tomorrow, you'll be getting a video showing you how to purchase a Solana meme coin. And then on Wednesday, I will be back at our regular 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our live stream hangout. And so we will be having a lot of videos this week, guys. I have gotten the process of recording down pat, and so I am planning on putting a lot out. And so plan on being covered up with homework this week. And Mile High Trish, $690,000. Wow, that's nuts. Actually, Trish, you want the one that's even sadder? Another meme coin story was less successful. One guy purchased MFR and missed out on a $4 million profit. He purchased $25.5 million, 25.5 million tokens of MFER for $566 before the coin's price skyrocketed. He had sold it. He would have been worth $4 million if he had not sold at $566. He took $566 out. If he had held, he would have sold for $4 million. And so those stories are included over there. I try not to. Hindsight is always 20/20. I try not to let it get me down. I try to view the future rather than ruminating on the past. We learn from the past. We don't ruminate on it. It's not going to get us anywhere. Look to the future, learn from the past to have a better future. And yeah, yes, OMG is absolutely correct. There are a few more of those stories inside of that article and included on the Twitter over there for people to see because, yeah, they do hurt to watch. They do hurt to watch. But thank you guys so much. I am going to go run off because I want to get this video together and ready for 8 p.m. So I will see everyone inside of the premiere room where we can chat and hang out and discuss the passive income earning video. So see you guys over there. And also, of course, at 7 p.m. on the original Mark Z. So thank you guys. Y'all have a great one.